is ready to get back to work.
Rest assured, CertaPro Painters knows how important your home is to you. They're taking precautions recommended by public health officials to help keep you and the painting team safe.
Very cool stuff, too, like free remote estimates for painting the outside or inside of your home. It's quick and easy.
And you know CertaPro Painters does a great job. Just ask WJR's Steve Courtney.
CertaPro Painters took excellent care of me. I had some exterior painting done, and they were on top of their game.
I hope that you can forgive us for this honest mistake, because we'll continue to strive every day to be an inclusive company.
To get
What the hell?
And safely.
Interior or exterior, residential or commercial, CertaPro can take care of it all. Schedule your
Do
free.
we have any happy stories?
.com.
CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. They're right here in our community.
That's Certa
What's
with
that, baby?
CertaPro Painters. Proven and trusted experts in painting.
I'm Dick Hafner, WJR News. And now, Paul W. Smith.
The Paul W. Smith Show. News Talk 760 WJR.
Good Tuesday morning to you. It is the 28th day of July, the 210th day of 2020. There are 156 days left in the year. Make each and every day count. Each day is a gift. We've got the team together. Dick Hafner, WJR News Director. Thank you, Richard. We're checking traffic and weather information and a thought or two, an opinion here and there. Dayna Clark weighing in throughout the morning. We, of course, have Brian Morton pressing all the right buttons back in the Golden Tower of the Fisher Building, while the rest of us are from home. And alongside in my home office, Mike Kim, up and at 'em this morning. She was traveling to Ann Arbor yesterday to visit Natalie. I think I mentioned that. They were enjoying Ann Arbor, and Ann Arbor's enjoying Ann Arbor. People eating outside, social distancing and things like that in the downtown area. It's all good. And our executive producer, Ann Thomas, taking charge here with everything on a Tuesday.
Good morning, Deb. Happy Tuesday.
Morning. Happy Tuesday to you. What's going on with anybody? Anything going on?
Well, Tigers had kind of a rough night last night.
That's putting it mildly.
What happened? Dayna,
came in there with that win streak.
Right. They
had
started
a winning
hot,
record, yeah.
and then it fizzled out. So
we went to
trying to help him
50%.
by, putting his Tigers hat back on again. Hopefully tonight will be better.
That'll do it.
Yeah, this will do it. So,
The hat will bring them good luck.
we hope.
It is National Milk Chocolate Day. Now, I know there are people who like milk chocolate, but it's gotten a bad rap next to dark chocolate because it's dark chocolate that everyone says is good for you, better for you than milk chocolate, and just good for you in general, good for the heart, et cetera, et cetera. So do you think that people who like milk chocolate are afraid to speak up and say, you know what, I know dark chocolate's the healthy one, but I like milk chocolate?
Possibly, yes. That's possible.
You think so?
Yeah. I like dark chocolate. What about you?
I like all chocolate, but but I lean toward dark chocolate because it's supposed to be better for you, so you don't feel guilty. It's kind of like a guilty pleasure, maybe. I don't know.
Well, what about you, Dick? What are you? Milk chocolate or dark chocolate?
I like them both.
Me too.
Yeah, I like them both. I like them both.
Yeah.
But I'll go for the dark just because. It is 5:42 already at WJR.
This report is brought to you by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org.
Let's check it for you at this hour, which is, again, 5:43, 17 minutes away from 6 o'clock. Our WJR traffic and weather. First, Miss Dayna Clark.
Traffic First sponsored by Gordon Chevrolet. Gordon Chevrolet, where you pick out the vehicle you would love to drive and receive a worksheet with 18 different purchase and lease payments for you to choose from. You do this from the comfort of their outdoor showroom with covered patio seating. Gordon Chevrolet on Ford Road, just west of Merriman in Garden City. GordonChevrolet.com. Gordon Chevrolet, find new roads. Construction along 75 northbound at Big Beaver. That off-ramp is closed for road work through late August. Now, WJR Weather First from the Weather Channel, sponsored by the law firm of Victoria Divorce and Family Law for Women Only. Family members and friends pass this information on to your loved ones. Asset protection, best interest of the children. The conversation starts with a law firm of Victoria. Call 248-723-1600, victorialawfirm.com.
Overall, pretty good weather over the next few days. Sunshine continuing to win this through early afternoon. A high this afternoon with a west breeze, 85. 69 tonight, isolated shower thunderstorm. Could be a thunderstorm tomorrow morning. Not expecting anything widespread. Then a pretty good afternoon. A few clouds, 82. Thursday, intervals of clouds and sunshine. Highs again in the low 80s. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stitchik on News Talk 760 WJR.
And we check in with a guy who's with us from noon to 3 Monday through Friday, but likes to stop by first thing in the morning here at 5:44, 16 before 6. It's Rush Limbaugh.
You have heard of all kinds of privilege, white privilege, male privilege, wealth privilege. Well, there's something called emergency diploma privilege for lawyers. A bill before the New York State Legislature would allow law school graduates to go straight to law practice without bothering to take the bar exam. What's the emergency? The coronavirus. New York State still officially under a declared COVID-19 disaster emergency. September is when the next New York State bar exam is supposed to take place. But that's too soon. There still might be some corona germs lingering in September, and these young, healthy, future lawyers can't possibly risk taking the bar exam in person. So liberal New York State legislators are coming to the rescue. They say that as long as these prospective lawyers have good character and display general fitness to be a lawyer, attorney, then screw the bar exam. These grads can just be declared lawyers. And standards plummet again. Just get rid of everything that makes it hard, make it easy. Who needs exams at all, by the way? Who cares if you pass or fail these days? Just get your trophy, start earning big bucks, lawyers helping lawyers. It's just amazing to watch what's happening in our country with the liberal left in charge of it. Everything's being destroyed.
Rush Limbaugh, noon to 3 today, right here on WJR. Well, hello there, gang, on social media. I see Clay Jerky likes dark chocolate, milk chocolate, Dutch chocolate, German chocolate, white chocolate. There's a lot of chocolate going on there. When was the last time anyone had a chocolate milk?
Who?
Oh, I used to get it when I was in school.
Did you?
That was the big treat of the day.
Chocolate milk.
Chocolate
Yes.
milk.
I haven't had that in a long time.
No. It sounds good, though, Deb.
That sounds really good, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Creamy, nice.
Mm-hmm. Sounds very, very good.
Very. All right, so yes, go ahead. What were you going to say? I heard an
So
Annie?
it's yes. I was just looking to see what some of the trending stories of the day are. And Portland is obviously one of them. That still continues to be a troublesome spot.
Yeah, that's where that peaceful protesting takes place.
You know, it's interesting. Brian has a son-in-law and daughter-in-law who live around there, and they were saying that, you know, you're led to believe that all of Portland has got a problem, but it's actually a very small area.
Right.
This trouble
Same
is.
thing they've been saying in Israel for 100 years. Well, not 100 years, but for a long time. That if we just said all the bad stuff like they do in Israel when there are uprisings and problems, it'd be like saying that New York City is under fire all the time. But of course, now with de Blasio, New York City is under fire all the time. But before that, you know, if you just key in on an area that's got trouble, it sounds like the whole area has trouble. That's not to take away, however, from all the trouble they have in Portland, because it's very real. It may not be all of Portland, but there is an area that's been overrun, and it's just bad. It's just bad, whatever.
So do you think parents
Bill is asking about
Nestle powdered
chocolate milk in a tin. Remember that? No, that wasn't bad. That, listen, for a lot of us, That was our chocolate milk. It was
Oh, was
powder,
it?
and you put it in white milk, and you stirred it up, and all of a sudden you had chocolate milk.
That's true.
Nestle powder, chocolate milk.
That's true.
Came in a tin can, kind of a squarish
Mm-hmm.
can. You know,
Mhm.
that was cool. That was good. So,
Now,
do
what
I
were you
think
going to say, Dana?
parents will do what?
I was going to say, with school, trying to start, do you think parents will spend less on school supplies if a lot of the kids are at home?
Oh,
Less or
definitely.
more?
Less, I think.
Less.
hmm
I went to Target the other day and saw this gentleman and his daughter loading up on school supplies. And I was wondering, they look like they had quite a bit of stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff. So I was wondering if
Trying to get in the mood. Probably trying to get in the mood.
I
You know?
guess I wanted to ask.
You go out and you buy your school supplies.
Right, staying home or going back, but I didn't want to start any trouble. So I just stood there and observed. So I thought, I wonder if parents will be spending less or more to try to compensate that you have to stay home. You can't go back yet. You know how we parents do.
One of the one of the social media companies have now told us
You're
people
hearing
are
the
not coming
Paul
back
W.
till
Smith Show.
July
News
of
Talk 760
2021.
WJR.
Yeah, I saw that. I think, isn't that Google, Paul?
Tuesday morning, July 28th, 210th day of this year that's gone on for at least 10 years this year. But we're getting through it. We're more than halfway through it right now, and we're talking about a lot of different things going on, including, was it Google? I said
Google.
one of the social media, I couldn't remember which one. Google telling their employees, don't plan on coming back to the office till July of 2021 already. We've been told by our company that though they haven't made a decision or determination yet, they would guarantee that no one's going to be forced to be back in their offices, in our case, radio stations, until the end of the year. They said they would be absolutely flexible for a variety of reasons. I mean, it's hard for if parents are getting called back to work and then all of a sudden their kids are not going back to school. There's just a lot going on that we have to deal with. So at least it was hopeful. Dayna was out and about and saw some father and daughter apparently shopping for school supplies, and they loaded up on a lot of school supplies. So that's hopeful, maybe making them feel like they're, in the mood, getting ready for school. I know the kids are anxious to get back, and we're anxious to have them be safe and get back.
That was a good show yesterday. Are you having more people on today?
We'll have a few people that are holdovers or leftovers, if you will, that we couldn't fit yesterday with
And we're
everything
also
that we
going
were
to
doing.
continue the conversation later in the week, too. Because people couldn't all do yesterday. So we do have more people we're going to talk to later in the
It's
week.
a situation that's going to be with us
Yeah.
for a while. So,
Right.
Moomer's Chocolate Shake.
We went to Moomer's, Deb,
Bob
when we
Duramo.
were on our
Yeah,
Pure
or-
Michigan tour.
Is it Duramo? Duramo. We know the family, but
Bob Duramo, yes.
Duramo. Okay. Well, that's a good idea. We went to Moomer's, right?
Yes, we tried it out.
There were a
Is it
bunch
good?
of cows in the field down below us. But apparently, the production crew.
It's excellent.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was very good.
I would love some ice cream.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that sounds good right now.
Anyone receive any packages of seeds from China?
No, but I'm on alert.
No.
Pretty
Now, what's
bizarre.
that about? Don't open them. Right?
I don't trust them, first of all. And I won't be going back to China because I've said enough honest, true things about China. They'd probably give me a hard time now as a journalist. And I've just told the truth about they don't have the same standards we do. They shouldn't be making all of our prescription drugs, and they steal intellectual property with the government's blessing. They do knockoffs and even of airplane parts, for God's sakes,
But
which
what's
is
the
extremely
seed
dangerous.
story? What's the seed story?
I don't know.
Why
I don't
would we
know.
get them in the mail? I saw that headline. Be
It
careful
says-
if you get them, but we wouldn't order them.
No, you didn't.
Right.
No, nobody's ordered them.
Go up.
They get these unsolicited, And it says, according to Kim, who followed this a little more closely, it says on the box, jewelry enclosed, which, of course, then everybody in the world opens up. What? I've got jewelry? What? And they open it, and it's seeds. And now we're being told, as you might guess, don't plant the seeds. Call the agriculture department. Don't even open the package if you can avoid it. If you didn't order it from China, you don't want it. And I don't know what it means, but I can tell you this: it's not good.
They say it's a brushing scam. Which what is that?
The plant could be poisonous.
Right. If you plant them, the seeds, they could give you poisonous stuff that would come up, and then it could spread. It could be it could kill our livestock. It could. I'm sorry. It's everything bad you might imagine is a possibility, and that's because China has worked themselves into that position. And I know we have people who are big China supporters that I'm just telling you, it is what it is. And there's not a lot of good right now. Just because they're really big and we can't ignore them doesn't mean they're good by any stretch of the imagination. So there was a Topps trading card for Dr. Anthony Fauci already.
Oh, I saw that.
A Topps trading card, the first pitch baseball card, breaks Topps record for sales in just 24 hours.
Wow.
I always knew he leaned left, but that was really left. Yeah, that was really something. So they sold 51,512 cards immediately. That's a lot of baseball cards.
So baseball cards, are they still a thing? Do kids still collect them?
I guess that
Absolutely.
they must. I guess that they must. Some of these cards are online now to be sold for as much as $2,000
A card.
per card. I don't know. Is that all, Fauci? Wow. Anyway, yeah, I think Fauci said, please buy the cards, but don't chew the gum. You would expect that from a doctor. Remember that gum? Do you remember that gum? Dick, you certainly remember the gum in baseball cards.
I remember the gum.
It was just a little step. You would do it too, Ann?
Absolutely.
You would get baseball cards, and the gum was just a step or two above cardboard.
Yeah.
The gum, if you closed your eyes and you started chewing, you at first wouldn't know if you were chewing the gum or another card.
Yeah.
Another baseball playing card, because
totally
it was not.
Right.
It was they did not overspend on the gum in the baseball
and
card.
the gum was different in the different brands of baseball cards. In the old days, there was more than just Topps. The other competitor was Fleer, and the Fleer gum tasted a little bit different.
Fleer.
I still remember it because I chewed so many of them.
I did too.
You couldn't get the cards without chewing the gum. Fleer, I'd forgotten that name. Yeah, Topps and Fleer. 556 at WJR.
This report is brought to you by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice: continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org.
Let's find out how we're doing on this Tuesday morning at 5:57. Our WJR traffic and weather first, Miss Dayna Clark.
Traffic First also sponsored by the Restore Wellness Center. Tired of dealing with nagging body pain, joint swelling, tendinitis, neuropathy, and chronic pain? The Restore Wellness Center will reduce or eliminate the pain completely. Reserve your appointment today at the state's best non-invasive laser therapy treatment center. Call 800-935-5959 in Brighton, Shelby, and Bloomfield, or restorewellnesscenter.com. 75 northbound at Big Beaver, that off-ramp is closed for construction through late August. Now, WJR Weather First from the Weather Channel, sponsored by Guernsey Farms Dairy. Celebrate 80 years with Guernsey this summer at your local grocer. From their award-winning milk, ice cream, and lemonade, they are a true Michigan summer tradition. Guernsey is excited to announce their newly remodeled restaurant in Northville, now open Wednesday through Sunday. For more info, visit GuernseyFarmsDairy.com. That's GuernseyFarmsDairy.com. Clear skies, currently 67 degrees. It's going to be a nice Tuesday on tap. Sunshine, a high of 86 tonight. A few clouds, could see a stray shower, a thunderstorm. Your low 70. For Wednesday, hump day, scattered thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon, and a high of 83. I'm Dayna Clark, WJR News with Dick Hafner in about 2 minutes.
There's this guy who, this is kind of clever. He took a picture of the Neowise comet, and he took a badminton racket, and he made it look like he was serving a badminton, little funny gamecock. Is that hilarious?
That's very clever. Wow.
Very, very clever.
It's a beautiful picture.
Most of us would think just getting a good picture of the comet would be a big deal.
Right. Who thinks of that?
But then he goes off and gets his badminton racket and creates that. That's very cool. Yeah. I did not see it. I've seen pictures of it.
I tried.
I did not see it either.
Yeah. I tried. I didn't have any success at all. So
this guy says he goes out twice a month to capture the Milky Way and full moon images. Anyway, astronomy has always fascinated him. He wanted to create something that nobody has thought of or done yet, to his knowledge. I think he's accomplished that. What's
Patrick says that'll be a painting soon. He's right.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful picture.
Yeah, it really is beautiful.
And the tree, the placement, that whole deal.
Very, very nice.
Clay says it'll be a picture behind me. That'd be, there's people that have those green spaces behind them, and they project a different picture all the time. Mine would be a beach somewhere. That would be
me too.
That would do a beach or whatever.
Yeah,
green screen with the green screen. Yeah.
Yep, that would be nice.
Did I say green screen? No, I said something else. Green space. Oh well, that's because we have green spaces in vegan restaurants as well as green spaces. Remember when people had green spaces? They would they'd have an area where they would set aside for planting things or
yes.
Do either of you have a garden?
No, the deer would be. I'd be feeding the deer.
Yeah, you got to put an ugly fence around it now, like that chicken wire fence. But we talk about it. Kim keeps talking about a little garden, and then we're always impressed when we see people's gardens.
Yeah.
My sister Allison, who's coming on a little later to talk about what her company is doing that she works for, in terms of helping schools deal with getting kids back to school and having some safety measures built in. I don't understand what it is she does at all. And you've seen the information. I don't really understand it totally, but she'll explain it to us. But anyway, they have a little garden in back, and they have a little fence around it because of the deer.
Yeah. Doesn't it sound like they designed space to make it, social distancing and just to keep it safer for kids? That's what it looks like. It's an architectural firm.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting to see, because that's the future. This is going to go on for a while.
Yeah.
And it's smart that they're doing this.
Hopefully we're going to adopt many of the good hygiene rules.
Yes.
We've always been a big proponent of washing your hands often, but that's got to be something that people really understand how important it is to do now on a regular basis.
And, maybe we will have less flu deaths.
Yeah.
And even flu cases, because moving forward, we are going to have to be way more careful. And I just have a feeling, some good could come of this at the end of the day.
We have to make some good come of it. We have to.
Exactly. Right.
I think we will. Do you guys follow this story? I've been carrying it around. It's probably so old now, but Prince Harry's popularity has plummeted, and many people now see him as a liability for the monarchy.
Oh, dear. Why is that?
From the golden boy to the goat.
And why? What's the problem?
I think probably because he's left the monarchy. I think they feel that he has abandoned his family and his birthright. And it's all because of that doggone Meghan.
An American woman.
That American woman broke up the monarchy.
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe it's because they realize that they want to charge $1 million a speech, or something like that. The least popular. I guess this just came through here, but least popular royal is Prince Andrew. Is he the idiot that was
the one who's had a little trouble?
Yes.
He's such an idiot. You talk about, I don't know, inbreeding or whatever, but the guy's just unbelievable. He's like one of the old-fashioned royals that always had some kind of illness because of the inbreeding. But
oh God,
they 80% brand him as a liability. Only 4% believe he has something to offer. The Queen is still by far the favorite, with 81% saying she is an asset, followed by William and Kate, and then Prince Charles. And then the poll shows the alarming rate at which Harry's appeal has dived. Only 9% saw him as a liability in a YouGov poll in June of 2012. Now that's risen to 38%. His wife, Meghan, is seen as a liability by 51%. This is from The Sun. It's kind of, they're a more honest New York Times. They're a rag, too. Let's see. Beloved Bogart. What is this? Is this a dog or something?
I was thinking.
At least we don't. Well, maybe we do this sort of thing here. Spend a lot of time on. I guess our royalty would be Hollywood.
Right.
I guess that would have to be.
Yeah.
Put that
Definitely.
in the circular file.
Right. You can get rid of that now.
That's gone.
Did you see that story about the couple that went to 12 Oaks to sell their puppies and they stole the puppies?
Yeah.
Yes.
And now they got them back.
They did get them back, and it was confusing because Channel 4 had 2 puppy stories back to back. And
boy.
If you watch the news the way I do, which is while I'm doing 3 other things, it gets confusing. And every time I looked up, the dogs were different. And I realized one puppy was stolen that was a little girl's puppy. 2 other dogs were stolen that they were taking care of and trying to sell. So it was, but overall, I've been hearing some not so good stories about our various malls, and from the
Like
best
what?
malls to people getting robbed and carjackings and
Are you serious?
some ugly stuff. And I don't know if it's real. I assume that it is, but I don't know. But that's a concern, an issue.
The Paul W. Smith Show, News Talk 760, WJR.
Good Tuesday morning to you. It is the 28th day of July, the 210th day of 2020, with 156 days left in the year. Make each and every day count. Each day is a gift. Each and every one of them, as bad as things have been, it could be worse. And we're not going to let that happen. You stay with us. We'll be sure of that. Meanwhile, the team is here. Dick Hafner just concluded the news as our news director. News presented the way it was meant to be presented. Does the music stop that abruptly, or is that just in my headphones like that?
It does.
It stops that abruptly? Oh,
yeah.
Boy. All right. So it's distracting to your host. So Dick Hafner, as I mentioned, we also have Dayna Clark, who's traffic and weather and handling responsibilities with lots of love over her shoulder.
That's right.
And her Detroit Tigers cap on.
Go Tigers tonight. Get it together.
Got to get it together. They're at 50% for the season.
That's right.
We have, of course, back at the Golden Tower of the Fisher Building, we have Brian Morton. I'm going to visit the Fisher Building today, which I have not done in 3 or 4 months.
They said get your mail.
Yeah, they get sent out a mail is building up. Well, we weren't allowed in the building for a while, so don't blame us.
Right.
Of course, Kim is here in the office, the home office, and in her home, taking care of business with beautiful blinds behind her at all time, and the grandfather clock keeping perfect time. Our executive producer, Ann Thomas.
Good morning, Deb.
Good morning, Ann. Well, a Red Lobster employee found a rare blue lobster. And it was delicious with drawn butter. No. Instead of cooking it, the restaurant sent it to an Ohio zoo.
Oh, okay.
How big was it?
I don't know. I can
Look pretty big.
Pretty good size. I wonder what causes a blue lobster to be blue.
And is it better tasting than
we hope
regular lobster?
We never find out. Let's see. About
I don't think anybody knows.
Yeah. They about one of it. Well, think of the first person to eat a lobster.
I can't imagine.
Or oysters or
anything
like that. You go, how did they think to eat that? I guess they were hungry. The rare lobster gets a reprieve. The Akron Zoo has it, and I believe they've called it Claude.
Ba-dum-bum.
It's a good name. One of every 2 million lobsters is blue. It's a genetic anomaly, but I don't see here sorry. I still don't see how much it weighed.
Yeah, it doesn't say on here, the one I'm looking at.
They don't want us to get any idea.
Exactly.
3 pounds. Wait a minute. That's pretty good eating. I don't know. I don't know. How much does a lobster weigh generally that you do get in a restaurant? What size is the right size, and what size is too big? I have a feeling if it's too big, it's not as good. Not as sweet.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. But anyway,
it's about a pound or a little bit more.
Generally, yeah, about a pound. So I like lobster. Haven't had it in a while. I like crab legs too. I think I like anything that could be considered a melted drawn butter carrier.
Exactly. Exactly.
I hate to put it that way, but I think that's probably
it's true.
Yeah. On this National Milk Chocolate Day. By the way, eating chocolate, either one of them apparently, all the different chocolates, dark chocolate being the one that's healthier for you, that eating chocolate can help prevent tooth decay and works as an antibacterial agent. See, every time I read about this stuff, I wanted to stop by Jerry's down the street, and they were closed, but that was Sunday because I was driving by there. I think I took Sophie home or something, and I wanted dark chocolate. I was going to go in there and buy dark chocolate. They were closed. God was looking out for me, or God doesn't care if I get cavities. I'm not sure which it is. I can't say for sure which it is. And
is that chocolate without sugar?
I don't know. I don't think. Can you have chocolate? I mean, it'd have to be special chocolate to not have sugar, wouldn't it?
Sure, you can. It tastes terrible.
It tastes. Your lips weren't moving, and they didn't.
You know how bitter chocolate is.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's the first dark chocolate I ever had. Was that bitter chocolate that's used for cooking? At least in my opinion, that chocolate wasn't good to eat like a chocolate bar. Bitter cooking chocolate, whatever that means. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't.
No, yes, you do, because
I don't cook with chocolate, although somebody made chili once and put chocolate in it, and it was pretty good.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good. But you do know what you're talking about.
Now, who would be the first person to try a lobster dipped in chocolate?
I would. I'll do it.
Would?
I would do it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
The higher the cocoa content, the more bitter the chocolate.
Oh, the more bitter. Oh,
yes.
But it's the bitter. You got to take the bitter.
The better
with the
it
batter.
is for you.
Of course.
The bitter with the better.
Bitter is better.
Yeah. The higher the count, the better it is for you.
Yes.
Yeah. There's something here that my wife is pointing out to me.
Number three.
The word chocolate comes from an Aztec word that means bitter water. Zocolati or something. I'm not sure what the Aztec word is. Do we have any Aztecs listening in right now? Please call us or come on social media, you Aztecs. You were probably good on social media long before we even existed. The Ivory Coast produces more cocoa than any country in the world, which makes for 37% of it. Why don't we pronounce the word cocoa? Since it's spelled C-O-C-O-A.
We should. That's the right way, I think.
I don't know. I've never.
Really?
I don't know. I call it cocoa.
We're lazy.
Crazy for Cocoa Puffs. No, that wasn't the expression, was it? Cuckoo for Cocoa
Maybe they
Yeah.
do that in Canada.
True.
In Canada? Eh?
True. Right.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
All right, we're all cuckoo on this Tuesday. We're going to garner our forces and make it through this day and make it a great one. Starting right now at 6:13 on WJR.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. If the next step for your business is finding a high-impact hire, try Indeed. Their flexible payment options mean better bang for your buck with no long-term contracts. Indeed will even give you a $75 credit for your first job post at Indeed.com/high-impact. Terms and conditions apply.
Let's check it. Our WJR traffic and weather first, Miss Dayna Clark.
And not much out there, Paul W., but construction will now seeing a 15-minute delay for trucks across the Blue Water Bridge westbound between Canada and the USA. 75 northbound at Big Beaver, that off-ramp is closed for construction through late August. Now, WJR weather first from the Weather Channel, sponsored by Guernsey Farms Dairy. Celebrate 80 years with Guernsey this summer at your local grocer. From their award-winning milk, ice cream, and lemonade, they are a true Michigan summer tradition. Guernsey is excited to announce their newly remodeled restaurant in Northville, now open Wednesday through Sunday. For more info, visit GuernseyFarmsDairy.com. That's GuernseyFarmsDairy.com.
Air or below seasonable numbers here as we head on through the next couple of afternoons. Should be about 83 this time of year. Today we're above that, 85 with sunshine. Tonight 69, tomorrow 82 with an isolated shower thunderstorm threat tonight and early tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon the sun will pop out. Thursday clouds, sun share the sky, highs low 80s. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Staging on News Talk 760 WJR.
Need a hand with your consumer's energy bill? Help is available. If you're struggling